Shalom, Shalom, Yasharala.
Shalom.
All right. So we back at it again with another lesson. I do the spirit part of how by Shimon Shai. All right. And Honor writers on this lesson before edifying his order to elect. So before we get started, as always, we're going to give all praise, glory, infinite honor to our power and Allah Shrakadash, being the ancient Hebrew.
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash.
All right, so all praise to the Heavenly Father, Yahweh in the name. There's only God, Son, Yahweh Shai, the Holy Spirit, who's our strength and our Redeemer, and our light and our salvation. In the same tongue, all right, we're going to go to Mashiach, Kabwani, Lahas, Kwani, Shal, God Wabakab, meaning double honors to the apostles and elder bishops, great millstone, and Shalom. Honors and salutation to Bayashad Awadah, the 144,000 elect governing body of the House of David, along with the rest of the 1/3 elect men, women, and children of Israel. All right, and this lesson was based off of the demise of this healthcare insurance CEO by the name of Brian Thompson, who was an Edomite on behalf of that health insurance company known as United Healthcare, who ended up getting put to death by a spirit of vengeance. All right, this guy could be the individual who put him to death could be an assailant. He could be he could be anybody. Okay. Now Esau's story behind the individual supposed getting away is fishy, but just focusing on the spiritual aspect of what happened, it's another omen, or indicates that it indicates that this is another omen of you know what I'm saying, of the sedition, okay, against the men that run this earth is taking place more so, you know, in these last days, okay, you know, indicating what that people are getting more fed up with Esau's tyranny and corruption, okay, so that was very spiritual. So this could very well lead into a chain of further shootings, you know, such as this against these high, prestigious, prominent, authoritative figures, you know what I'm saying, that dictates, governs people's lives and impacts people's lives in a negative way, including this Edomite CEO of this healthcare insurance company who received judgment, okay, ultimately for contributing to the corruption and tyranny that is prevalent in America, Babylon the Great. All right.
Right. So before we get started, we're gonna play the news clip to inform you if you're not aware of what happened. We're gonna go ahead and play it real quick, and hey, we're gonna jump right into the lesson. Yahweh Ratazah, be the Heavenly Father's will is edifying to the elect. All right. So we'll go ahead and play it on this tablet. Break this up. Okay.
Police sources tell ABC News United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson is dead after being shot in Midtown Manhattan. The shooting happened near the Midtown Hilton. Thompson was not staying in the hotel, but we've learned he was in New York for an investors conference. Police say right now they believe that shooting was targeted, and our Phil Lipoff is here in studio with the latest on this. Phil, to hear about anyone being shot is obviously unnerving, but where this happened?
Yeah, even for New York City, this is a brazen murder that happened in broad daylight. Just before 7 o'clock this morning, police are telling us that Brian Thompson, as you mentioned, who is the CEO of the insurance wing, I want to get that right, the health insurance wing of United Healthcare, was walking up to the Hilton, which is, if you're familiar with New York City around the country, it's 6th Avenue between 53rd and 54th.
Very close to Radio City, very close to the Christmas tree that everyone comes to see, a tourist destination.
That lighting is tonight, too, so there's more security in the area. This CEO was walking up. There was an investors conference there in the Hilton. He was not staying there, but he was just walking up there, and a witness tells our affiliate WABC here in New York City that they saw a man dressed in all black with a black ski mask on, waiting outside the Hilton, fired a gun several times, hit this 50-year-old man, Brian Thompson, in the chest. And he was rushed to the hospital, later died at the hospital. Police are telling us this looks to be a targeted attack. It was very specific. They just don't know why he was targeted, and the investigation is starting. Meantime, that shooter ran off down an alley and is still at large in New York City right now.
So what more do we know about that suspect and this manhunt now?
Well, what we know about the suspect is he waited for about 10 minutes outside of the hotel. We don't know anything else except a very vague description of a 6'1" tall man dressed in all black with a ski mask. Obviously, in a situation like this, person's going to be shedding clothes as they're running away. There are Ubers, there are cabs. It's going to be difficult to find this man. We're expecting, I think 11:30 this morning, we're expecting another update. But we know that this was a CEO. that his schedule was widely known. It wasn't a secret. There was a conference at the Hilton. He was walking in. Someone was waiting for him and took a bunch of shots and wound up killing him.
Wow. All right, Phil Lipoff, I know you're staying on top of this for us. Thank you.
Yep.
All right, that's the end of the video. Okay, so, all right, as you can see what happened, man, this is a omen. You know, that people of the world, they're sick of the oppression. They're sick of the tyranny. You know, Esau, Edom, man. Right? The damn devil that the Bible speaks of. You know, and they're not, you know, before, people were just, they pretty much, they were zombies, but now they're being awoken to all the wickedness that the rulers of the society, the rulers of this world perpetuate throughout the four corners of the earth, and they're sick of it, man. And they're taking action. You know, now we're not going to do that because, you know, we know what the scriptures say. The scriptures say, wait until the day that I rise up to the prey. All right, pursuing Zephaniah 30 and 8, right? But let me get a quick precept. The book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 7. Ecclesiastes chapter 7 and verse 7. All right, and it reads, it says, surely oppression maketh a wise man mad, and a gift destroyeth the heart. Okay, oppression maketh a wise man mad. That's the reason why, you know, it seems like we're angry. You know, because we're pissed off about, you know, what's going on in this world, this society, all the evil. We're really the only ones that's speaking out against it, all right? You know, starting off with the Hebrew Israelites, starting off particularly with the head apostles / elder bishops of the great millstone, the men on down. Everybody else, they're too worried about, you know, partying, the Super Bowl, and all this other nonsense, this bread and circus, to call out wickedness, man, all right? But we're the ones that the Lord has sent to proclaim justice is going to be executed upon the face of the earth, okay? And that what we saw with this act, it was an act of justice, okay? Because this guy, they're trying to defraud the poor, man, all right? They're trying to defraud the poor. Here it is, you pay for insurance. First of all, healthcare is free in most nations around the world. But here in America, Babylon the Great, supposedly the greatest country on earth, you pay all this money every month, and then when you want to make a claim, then they all of a sudden now, they're trying to fight you so that you can't make the claim that you need to pay for your medical bills, man. Another thing, these medical bills can make you go bankrupt, all right, damn near overnight, all right? That's oppression right there, okay? It's unjust, it's unfair, and it should be unlawful. But we know that we're under a wicked ruler, okay, Esau, Edom, okay, the devil that the Bible speaks of, man, and he set forth these unrighteous laws and decrees.
I got a comment to expound on that point. This is an individual on this video, you know, on Twitter, was entitled, where I was quoting from earlier in the beginning of this lesson, and somebody had left a comment in the comment section, and they said my wife was one of their victims, as in, you know, victims of these healthcare insurance agencies or companies. They said my wife was one of their victims. First, they denied her early diagnosis. Then they denied her life-saving treatment. They continued to bill me, already knowing she was dead. A decade later, I'm still enduring the financial fallout. You see, so that just further exposes the great corruption through the tyranny and deceit and ultimately wickedness, okay, of Esau, Edom, the self-proclaimed white man, okay, who is the devil the Bible speaks of, who's being further exposed by the Holy Spirit of the gospel, further tearing down his strongholds and stumbling blocks. So now, by way of can you get Psalm 82 and 5, I believe it is.
The portion of the world is out of order.
That's like it. Psalm 85 and 11. That's the one. Okay, so as of right now, as the brother's going into Ecclesiastes 7:7. Okay, they said where it said wisdom, surely oppression maketh the wise man mad. That's really talking about Yasharallah, man. Okay, it lines up with 2nd Ezra 15 and 8. How we complain continually. That's why wisdom cried out in the streets, as it says in Proverbs, the 1st chapter. So the way of this manner of wisdom, of true divine wisdom, not understanding from above, okay, pursuing the 1 Samuel, the 2nd chapter, okay. You know, these strongholds and stumbling blocks mentioned in 2 Corinthians 10 and 4 are being very torn down by the same force, the same spirit of truth of the Holy Spirit of this gospel, okay, to the point where it's affecting the mindsets of the rest of these people on the earth, to where they're becoming more privy to Esau, Edom's wickedness.
I got that precept. So when the truth shall spring out of the earth. Yep. Okay, the book of Psalms, chapter 85 and verse 11. It says, Truth shall spring out of the earth, and righteousness shall look down from heaven.
Righteousness is looking down from heaven, from Yahweh Ba'ashem Yashar. Okay, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Okay, whose name is in ancient Hebrew Yahweh, the Heavenly Father's name in the ancient Hebrew, Ba'ashem in the name Yahweh Shai, will be the true and only Hebrew name of His only begotten Son. Okay, the Alpha and Omega. Okay, the true essence of truth, of the Spirit of truth, the Holy Spirit. Okay, that only dwells in the prophets, being the friends of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yashar, pursuing the wisdom of Solomon, 7th chapter. So a way of, that same Spirit of truth, okay, being crying out in the streets, going back to 1969 in this era, okay, on behalf of our forefather Abba Bivens, okay, Elijah the prophet reincarnated, pursuant to Malachi the 4th chapter, the prophecy of Malachi 4 and 5, that wisdom, knowledge, understanding has increased, okay, and up until this point, it will continue to increase, further tearing down these strongholds, stumbling blocks, and ultimately, reaching the elect, sealing the elect if they haven't already been sealed. Okay, and further exposing Esau, Edom as a devil, the self-proclaimed white man. Okay, and so this is why people are starting to become more privy to Esau, Edom's mischievous madness and wickedness through this, the tyranny of its corruption, and they're starting to take matters into their own hands. You can get go ahead.
I got something. Okay. All right, the book of Isaiah, chapter 10 and verse 1. All right, it's entitled "The Woe of Tyrants." It says, "Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees, and that right grievousness was there prescribed, to turn aside the needy from judgment, and to take away the right from the poor of my people, that widows may be their prey, and that they may rob the fatherless. And what will you do in the day of visitation, and in the desolation which shall come from far? To whom will ye flee for help, and where will ye leave your glory?" All right? So, the Lord said, "Woe unto them." All right, destruction unto them, man. Okay, and that's exactly, what we saw happen in that video. Okay, destruction unto that guy, man. The Lord sent a spirit created for vengeance to punish that guy, because as he's destroying the poor, all right, he's not listening to their cry. So the Lord said, "I'm not going to listen to your cry in that day," which I got a precept on that. All right, the book of Proverbs, chapter 21 and verse 13. "Whoso stoppeth his ears at the cry of the poor, he also shall cry himself, but shall not be heard." All right, so in the day of his calamity, okay, when he needed that divine protection from Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh, okay, the Lord wasn't with him. All right, the Lord was the one that sent the spirit created for vengeance to go get at that man, you see? All right, so crime doesn't pay. Evil doesn't pay, whether it's white-collar crime or blue-collar crime, okay? Crime doesn't pay, man. Everyone who does evil is going to be paid back according to their deeds. And that's what this was. This justice being delivered, man, from the Most High, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh. All right?
This is Proverbs, real loud, this is Proverbs 13 and 21. It says, "Evil pursueth sinners, but to the righteous good shall be repaid." All right? So righteousness, or good rather, should be only repaid to the righteous. Esau is not righteous because, pursuing Habakkuk 2 and 4, it says how his soul was not to be lifted upright in him.
His soul that's lifted up is not upright.
Right. Like it says in Hebrews, the 12th chapter, Hebrews 12 and 16 speaks about Esau being profane, okay, outside of the temple. That's why you look up that word for profane in the Greek is babeos, meaning ungodly. And everything about this so-called God-fearing country, okay, is of evil. Okay, it's about fucking people over, man. And hence, the theme of America, liberty and justice for all. Liberty meaning freedom, okay? All right, which they have deceitfully used the guise of the idea of the Lord, okay, to justify the wickedness, man. As it says in Isaiah 5 and 20, okay, woe be to thee. Can you grab it real quick? Isaiah 5 and 20, okay, where these devils have used the theme of America, Babylon the Great, as liberty, known as liberty and justice for all, okay, under the guise of the idea of the Lord to justify the wickedness, man, okay? Because case in point, America is not a God-fearing country. It's really a capitalistic corporation of evil, okay?
So I got a precept on that after this. This is Isaiah chapter 5 and verse 20. "Woe unto them that call evil good and good evil, that put darkness for light and light for darkness, that put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter."
Can you repeat that?
Okay, yeah. I'll read it again. Isaiah chapter 5 and verse 20. "Woe unto them that call evil good and good evil, That put darkness for light and light for darkness. That put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter.
These devils have, they've turned things upside down. This says in Isaiah 29:16. Okay, such as referring to evil as good. Okay, and vice versa, man. Okay, putting that sweetness, considering bitterness for sweetness, man. And America literally means bitter. Okay, going back to Amerigo Vespucci, Amerigo. Okay, hence America. Okay, which is defined as bitterness. And that's a nomen omen, as Elder Paz Kabar likes to often use that term, man, meaning a name prediction. Okay, that's why Babylon the Great was appointed the name America, because everything about this place is bitter. Okay, case in point. That's what has been deceitfully referred to as sweetness. Okay, goodness, righteousness. When in actuality, okay, righteous wickedness rather has been promoted and proclaimed as a good. There's really Esau being facetious, okay, in a very facetious manner, okay, declaring his way, as righteous, okay, and hence why they refer to themselves as the luminaries, okay, the light bringers, the light bearers. Hence the parable in Isaiah 14 as Lucifer. You see that? Because their light is symbolic of wisdom, knowledge, understanding, is sensual and devilish. And it says in St. James 3:15. That's what's further exposing them.
Okay, appreciate it. The book of Psalms, chapter 94, and I'm gonna start at verse 18. When I said, my foot slippeth, thy mercy, O Lord, held me up. In the multitude of my thoughts within me, thy comforts delight my soul. Shall the throne of iniquity have fellowship with thee, which frameth mischief by a law? Esau, that's the throne of iniquity. Okay, they're on the throne right now. They got the light, as the brother brought out. But what? They're living in iniquity. They're pushing iniquity all throughout the four corners of the earth, man. Okay? Iniquity, going to that Greek word, is the word anomia, which means a condition of without law. Okay, because their laws are really lawless. All right? I'm going to read that again. Psalms 94:20. Shall the throne of iniquity have fellowship with thee, which frameth mischief by a law? They write those unrighteous decrees, as we brought out earlier in Isaiah 10. They gather themselves together against the soul of the righteous and condemn the innocent blood. But the Lord is my defense, and my God is the rock of my refuge, and he shall bring upon them their own iniquity, and shall cut them off in their own wickedness. Yea, the Lord, our power, shall cut them off. Exactly what happened, man. All right, we've seen these scriptures play out live in action, man. All right, that was a judgment from Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Nothing happens on this earth without Yahweh Bashim Yahushai co-signing it, man. You see? All right. I got another precept. The book of Proverbs, chapter 28 and verse 20. A faithful man shall abound with blessings, but he that maketh haste to be rich shall not be innocent. All right, that's all Esau thinks about, man. Does it not say in 1 Timothy the 6th chapter, the love of money is the root of all evil? That's all he thinks about, is hastening to be rich. More and more greed, all right? All right, what is it, Habakkuk 2? It says he is his hell and his death and cannot be satisfied. All right, Esau is greedy, man. Here you are, this United Healthcare, which is the largest healthcare company, all right, in the United States of America, United States of America, right? You got all this money, goddamn boats and houses and mansions, vacation homes, all kind of shit. Cars, kids driving around in $80,000, $100,000 cars, but yet you're trying to take advantage of the poor, man. You see? Proverbs 28:22. He that hastes to be rich hath an evil eye, and considereth not that poverty shall come upon him. Why? Because the end of Esau Edom, the scriptures tell you that everything that he's gotten, the Lord is gonna make him vomit it up. All right, they're not gonna be able to take their riches with them, man. The curses that are on us of perpetual poverty, of captivity, are gonna come upon the wicked double, according to the scriptures, man. All right.
This is I got a precept. Sirach, chapter 14, in verse 3. It says, riches are not comely for a niggard. And a niggard is a stingy person like Esau. He's very covetous and lascivious, man. It's all about the profit. That's why America has been further exposed as a capitalistic corporation, okay? That's why the healthcare industry is a further indicative of that, okay? You know what I'm saying? Of profiting off of the poor. Like, it reminds me of that scene in that movie John Q, where there's a so-called white, it was a male nurse, looked like a so-called white man, And he's breaking it down how the health industry works in the lobby where John Q, Denzel Washington's character, held up the hospital. Because why? Because his son, his poor so-called Negro son, an Israelite, okay, did not have enough money, okay, to get a new heart. You see, and then the male nurse, it looked like the so-called white man, broke it down by basically saying, hey, by saying, hey, if you don't, if you could have, he said something like, if you could have AIDS, or however he broke it down, if you could have some kind of ailment like AIDS, if you don't have enough money, you walk in a hospital, okay, the witch doctor's office, they'll give you a boot in the ass, man. Basically meaning they'll dismiss you if you don't have enough money, man. Okay, but yet in Europe, like in Italy, at a certain place in Europe, healthcare is free. Okay, in certain places in Europe, but over here in America, that's not the case. Why? Once again, it's a capitalistic corporation, man.
In most places in Europe,
right,
and in Canada, even in Canada, healthcare is free, man. All right.
And that just further identifies who the devil the Bible speaks of is ruling this earth, as it says in Job 9:24, the earth has been given to the hands of the wicked, roughly paraphrasing. Right. So back in Sirach 14:3, it says, riches are not comely for a niggard. And what should an envious man do with money? You see, he did like it says in Sirach 12 chapter, man. Okay, where you find, basically it says, when you find mischief, this devil is there first, man. It's all by any means necessary, including corruption, mayhem, strife, contention, so forth. He will accumulate more wealth and more wealth, okay, at the expense of the poor getting poorer. So Sirach 14:4 says, he that gathereth by defrauding his own soul gathereth for others, that shall spend his goods riotously, like it says in Job the 20th chapter. Okay, now you devils that have stolen the house by violence, roughly paraphrasing, you're going to be forced to give back everything you stole, mainly to the Israelites. We're seen in St. James the 5th chapter of those whose fields you reaped down. Okay, well, by way of these the goods, okay, accumulated by fraud and deceit and carnality in the cotton fields, the sugar fields, the tobacco fields. Okay, which is all a part of the secular history of the wealth that America has accumulated from the captives of Jerusalem, the slaves, all right, the modern day so-called Negro, Latino, Native American Indians. So, all right, case in point, we look at this word riotously. It means in a very loud and uncontrolled way that is full of energy. Okay, like being boisterous. Pretty much like a synonym for this definition. A very loud and uncontrollable way that is full of energy. Okay, like cackling. There's a difference between laughing and cackling. When somebody cackles, they're like boasting at you while they laugh, man. That's Esau Edom, man. Okay, so now the pendulum is switching to where through this paradigm shift and him losing his authority, as it says in Isaiah 19, how the spirit of bondage would fail him, meaning what? His Western philosophy is wearing off. The effects of his wine of fornication, that Western philosophy, is wearing off of the minds of the people. Okay, the Babylonians in a modern day Babylon, America, okay, that he has usurped under his Western authority. So now they're starting to, they got the microscope on them now. Now they're starting to take matters into their own hands. All right. Sirach 14:5 says, he that is evil to himself, to whom will he be good? He shall not take pleasure in his goods. Why? Because his goods, okay, or to be spoiled, okay, by the same people that he is spoiled, man. Mainly Israelites, because it's prophesied in this civil war within Jacob's trouble, okay, in the prophecy of Jacob's trouble, you're gonna have Jakes, okay, that take up arms, okay, and take matters into their own hands, man. Okay, seeking where these devils, these wealthy devils specifically, are dwelling, okay, within these suburban neighborhoods and so forth, and taking out their frustrations out on them, man, for being impoverished.
I got precept. Hey, the book of Job, chapter 20. Job chapter 20 and verse 15. He has swallowed down riches, and he shall vomit them up again. The Most High shall cast them out of his belly. Skipping down to 18. That which he hath labored for shall he restore, and shall not swallow it down. According to his substance shall the restitution be, and he shall not rejoice therein. Because he hath oppressed and forsaken the poor, because he hath violently taken away an house which he builded not, surely he shall not feel quietness in his belly. He shall not save of that which he desired. Okay, why? Because the Lord is going to raise up, okay, forces against you. to bring your destruction. And guess what's going to happen after that? Okay, the same ones that you oppressed, they're going to be left standing to inherit the earth and all the riches that you gathered up. They're going to be given to those that please the Lord. I got another precept on that. In the book of Job as well, Job chapter 27 and verse 16, it says, though he reap up silver as the dust and prepare raiment as the clay, he may prepare it, but the just shall put it on, and the innocent shall divide the silver. All right? So the saints of the Lord, okay, they're going to receive all the wealth of the heathen that you have gathered up and built up by fraud. All right? The saints of the Lord are going to receive all that. Okay, as it says in, I think, Isaiah 61, that they're going to boast in the riches of the Gentiles. All right. But,
so before that takes place, all right, the Lord is going to break down the golden city, mentioned in Isaiah the 14th chapter. Before the saints take the kingdom, as is prophesied in Daniel 7:27. Okay, Yahweh Shem Shah is going to bring forth an uprising. Okay, and that's another reason. That's a further reason why you're not going to be able to enjoy your riches, man. Okay, this is 2nd Esdras 15 and starting at verse 14. It says, "Woe to the world and them that dwell therein." Woe meaning war, destruction. Okay, there's going to be ultimately. Okay, there's going to that main woe as in war is going to be Harmageddon. Okay, that third woe in Revelation 11:14, modernly known as World War III. But before that, there's going to be a civil war. Okay, this is verse 15, and that's what that judgment that healthcare CEO Edomite was further indicative of, man. The omen of this civil war. Okay, division between the citizens and the government. All right, just like what happened over there in Sri Lanka some time ago. Okay, this is 2nd Esdras 15 and 15. It says, "For the sword and the destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hands." All right, a sword is an instrument of death. Okay, including a modern day sword as in a firearm, like what that assailant that took out that Edomite healthcare CEO was wielding. Case in point. And here's the point in 2nd Esdras 15 and 16. It says, "For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power." Okay, so this CEO, Brian, whatever his name is, Brian Thompson, I believe his name was, that healthcare company CEO, okay, would be considered a king or a prince, a ruler, an authoritative figure, okay, with great wealth, okay, who's looking down on the poor with great angst and great disgust and disdain, right? Because he had that Edomite mentality, man. Case in point, and people are becoming more privy to that, and they're becoming more fed up, because the devil has been further revealed by the Holy Spirit of this word, man. And this is why people are rising up against the devil. Why is that? So to grab that precept in Proverbs 29 and 2. All right, it's book of Proverbs, chapter 29, and verse 2. All right, and it reads, "When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn." Okay, and the people are globally mourning in many ways, like through protesting, okay, rioting, attacking cops. Okay, there's more cops that have been put to death recently, okay, within this year alone that I've ever heard before, man. Because another omen, okay, that the wicked are losing their power. The people are starting to rise up against this machine, which is mainly this beast system, America, Babylon the Great. Okay, the wicked covering cast of all evil on behalf of Esau Edom, okay, who's been defrauding people, for the longest time, man. Okay, through the central banking systems, through the IMF, okay, through this petrodollar. You see that? So this is another quick precept. Sirach 34. Sirach chapter 34, and I'm going to start at verse 22. All right, and it reads, Salakia, Sirach 34 and 21. It says, "The bread of the needy is their life. He that defraudeth him thereof is a man of blood." That's Esau Edom, man, the 7-point word, man. You can't get around that. Who else did this describe, man, in the modern day sense, in terms of who's ruling this earth? Is it Ishmael? Is it, the so-called modern day Arab? Is it Moab, the modern day Chinese, or these other nations? Is no other demographic of people, okay, than the Edomites. Okay, the biblical nation of Edom, the modern-day subclaimed Caucasian and white race who rules the earth. Okay, through this capitalistic corporation known as America, man.
Book of Proverbs, chapter 28 and verse 15. As a roaring lion and a raging bear, so is a wicked ruler over the poor people. All right, so as it says, man, okay, you know, a raging lion, a roaring lion and a raging bear seeks to devour. Okay, that's how Esau sees the poor. Okay, like as if life ain't already hard enough.
Right.
You know, while these Edomites living up on houses in the hill, you know, we're down here in the borderlands, you know, in poverty, man. All right, but yet they still seek to make life harder. Well, hey, man, if we lower prices a little bit, I ain't gonna be able to get that new boat.
Right.
I ain't gonna get that mansion. I ain't gonna be able to take that 3-month vacation to the Cayman Islands. You know what I'm saying? All right. While the rest of the people they struggle, they're in poverty. They really, you know, that's in the law as well. It really shouldn't even be jobs where you can't work and make a decent living. Okay, but the reason why it's gotten to that point is because the wicked is ruling, and they consistently get worse and worse and worse. Their greed knows no bounds, man. All right. So what does the Lord got to do? He's got to bring judgment and take them out of power.
I got a couple more here. No more meat on here. Sirach 34 and 22 says, "He that taketh away his neighbor's living slayeth him, and he that defraudeth the labor of his hire is a bloodshedder." Okay? You know, case in point, you got Jay crossing the border, mainly the Northern Kingdom, seeking a better life. Okay, by more gifts you devils have offered our people to destroy our people mentally. Before you go into Sirach 7:7, how a gift destroys a heart, including the vain gift of this better opportunity. Okay, you know what I'm saying? Land of the so-called land of the free and home of the brave, but it's really, in our actuality, the land of the free and home of the slaves. Pursuant to Baruch 3 and 8, we're subject to payments. Modern-day Roman tributaries having to pay these devil's taxes, man. Okay, but yet you got Jay crossing the border, mainly the Northern Kingdom, looking to work for scraps, just to triumph and elevate their overall status, especially economically. Yet you call them migrants, you call them immigrants. Okay, you scoff at them, you scorn at them. Okay, yet they're the ones willing to work these low down jobs, and nobody else is really willing to work, like custodial jobs, being in the hot ass sun. All right, construction jobs in the hot ass sun, these custodial jobs, cleaning shit from the toilets and shit. Okay, and I'm mainly referring to Issachar. You know, he is hired. Okay, that's his name prediction. Okay, serving into tribute. Case in point, yeah, they're mainly the ones, the so-called migrants, immigrants, labeled as such. Okay, that you ridicule and that you persecute, man.
Which is ironic, because they're the same ones that they're happy to exploit them when it comes to their benefit. You know, when it comes to getting work done on their house, you know, having the house look nice with gardening and all that kind of stuff. You know, because they're good with those things. All right, they're perfectly fine with having them around for that purpose, but then turn around and condemn them, hate them, you know, try to kill them, separate families, all this kind of stuff, man. Okay, and we see it firsthand because we down here on the borderlands. You know, we see it firsthand. I worked at a border immigrant containment facility. Okay, so I see all these things firsthand, man. What happens? You know, so yeah, man. Hey, the Lord sees all that, man. You're not gonna escape. You're not gonna get away with it either. All right. I got a quick precept, because at the end of the day, it all comes down. It's all about their wealth and their greed. Okay, this is Psalms 49 and 16 in the NLT. It says, "So don't be dismayed when the wicked grow rich and their homes become ever more splendid. For when they die, they take nothing with them. Their wealth will not follow them into the grave." Okay, and they're not even gonna be able to enjoy it on this side, because, you know, they're enjoying it now, but once again, okay, we see the writing on the wall, Babylon the Great. This is the ship that's sinking and it's on fire at the same time, man. This place is crashing quick. All right, you know, 2025. That's the reason why they're like, hey, we got to get Trump up in there, because from a carnal perspective, Trump, you know, he would. We made that video. The guy said Trump is going to slow the dispossession of America all right, from the so-called white race. All right, they're afraid that they're losing control and rulership on the earth, and they are. Okay, but it's the Lord's doing. It's the Lord's that He's the one that's doing that because, you know, He promised that in due time He would set up a ruler, okay, that would profit the earth. All right. You got that?
Yep. We're going to. This is Sirach chapter 10. I'm gonna start from the top. It says, "A wise judge will instruct his people, and the government of a prudent man is well ordered." And prudent is basically a synonym for wisdom. Okay. It says, that by default makes Esau does not make Esau a wise judge, because his wisdom is on the left hand side, and it speaks about. It says in Sirach the 19th chapter how the knowledge of wickedness is not knowledge, roughly paraphrasing. Okay, as in wisdom, knowledge, understanding. Sirach 10:2 says, "As the judge of the people is himself, so are his officers. And what manner of man the ruler of the people is, that the city is, such are all they that dwell therein." As it says in Wisdom of Solomon 18:11, as the master is, so is his servant. So you have the upper echelon Edomites on behalf of Amalek, the Zionist bankers, okay? And you have everyone under their wing, okay? You know, their puppets that they set up, through politics, okay, through journalism, through sports, okay, and so forth, okay, that have adopted their wicked demonic mindset, including these healthcare CEOs and whatnot, like the damn devil that got smoked by that spirit of vengeance. That's why, you know, pursuing Revelation 13:3, you know, that makes up the vast majority of people that are marveling after this beast system, man. You see, this is Sirach 10:3 says, "An unwise king destroyeth his people, but through the prudence of them which are in authority, the city shall be inhabited." All right, we got to read that again. Sirach 10:3, "An unwise king destroyeth his people, but through the prudence of them which are in authority, the city shall be inhabited." All right, so Esau's not ruling in prudence. He's not ruling within the prudence or knowledge of the righteous instruction of the gospel of Yahweh by Shem Yeshua, because he's not righteous and he wasn't created to uphold righteousness in the earth. Okay,
Appreciate it. Proverbs 29:7, "The righteous considereth the cause of the poor, but the wicked regardeth not to know it." All right. Why? As he said, he wasn't created, he wasn't set up to be a righteous ruler on the earth. All right. That's reserved for the sons of the Most High, sons of Jacob. Okay.
Now, here's a point in Sirach 10:4. "The power of the earth is in the hand of the Lord, Yahweh by Shem Yahushai, and in due time he will set over it one that is profitable." See, and that's Yahushai. He's the one that's gonna take this earth and share it with his people, the Israelites. Okay, you know, and he's gonna do that by taking this world from Esau, Edom in his last world's war, Harmageddon, prophesied in Revelation the 16th chapter. Because Esau's not gonna give his rulership up willingly. The self-proclaimed white man, the devil the Bible speaks of, man. Yeah. So he's gonna have. So Yahushua is gonna have to take it by force in this last world's war with his army, his angels, his messengers, okay, against Esau and his angels as in his messengers through his military. All right. All right. Verse 8. Sirach 10:8 says, "Because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches got by deceit, the kingdom is translated from one. I'll read that again from the top. Sirach 10:8. "Because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches got by deceit, the kingdom is translated from one people to another."
That's it.
That's
right.
plain.
Yeah, that's the point. Okay, so you know your greed is what's leading to your downfall, man. Like I said, this is the omen. All right, what happened? This is the omen that, you know, we're getting ready to go into that time where you know, of sedition. Okay, where people are not going to regard their kings nor princes. All right, that's according to the scriptures. They're not going to regard the high officials of the society because they're sick of the tyranny, they're sick of the oppression. Okay, and because of that, that's ultimately going to be the downfall of your kingdom. Okay, and it's going to be translated from one people, from Esau, Edom, to another. As the scriptures say, 2 Ezra 6:9, "For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that follow it."
That's why people are losing their minds, man. In case in point, there's a couple of recent reports of judgment. There's a mass shooting at a California Christian school that injured 2, ending with the gunman dead. You know, that's what Esau says, right? It says then there was another shooting inside a laundromat, leaving 1 dead and 3 wounded.
Banging.
Say it again.
So banging instead of.
Oh yeah, okay.
You already know.
Yeah, there's bangings inside a laundromat, leaving 1 dead, 3 wounded. all right, down there in Lafayette, down there in Indiana, okay. And then a man had been deleted after driving himself into a gas station after being banged in a suspected road rage incident. So that's just, hey man, that's ultimately because of the wicked demonic vibration, okay, of Esau Edom, okay, disorder.
Right.
You know, just goes to the tune of Habakkuk 1-4, man. You know, how basically roughly paraphrasing that precept where it says, through lack of righteousness, okay, Esau's man of righteousness has been declared in the earth, roughly paraphrasing, man. Okay, so that's why Yahushua is going to have to remove this devil from power, because as it said in St. Matthew 24 chapter, if not, there would be any flesh to be saved, man.
Right. Yep. Yeah, so we'll close out with that. Yahweh Ratchazah, it was edifying. And as always, we want to give our praise, our honor, and our glory unto Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahushai, Ba'Hashem, Makakadash, and double honors to the head apostles / elder bishops of the great millstone who teach and who rule well. Peace, blessings, and safety to all you sincere Akim. Keep pushing, keep believing, and keep the faith. Regardless of whether we're here, whether they forbear. All right, until next time, Shalom, and abide the ball.